sculptures were perfected, the patterns and the pictorial engravings were enriched and advanced during the Middle Ages. The talismans, angels, Mother Mary, Jesus Christ, and the apostles were an inseparable part of the buildings of this time period. These elements intermingled with the architectural concepts and became more expressive and beautiful. This example shows a bas-relief on one of the facades of the Archjots monastery, where the expertise and the skill of the masters are apparent, as well as the interesting style. The animal and the floral figures of the art of the Middle Ages have double meanings. For example, grape symbolizes the dying and reincarnating God, and the dove represents the Holy Spirit. The Church of St. Cross of the Achtamar Island of Lake Van is rich of beautiful bas-reliefs made in 1915-1921 AD. Here you will find bas-reliefs with biblical themes and decorative motifs affected by the surrounding nature, like fish, creatures with head of an animal and body of fish, ships, and other scenes. The bas-reliefs of the 1967 to 1977 Sanahin Monastery and the capitals are very impressive by their beauty and austerity. Most notable are the column of the Parvis of the St. Amenapurkit Church and the pillar of the ancient manuscript library. There are very large and interesting bas-reliefs on the walls of the Hakhbat Monastery complex. For example, the 10th century Kurik and Sampad brothers sculptures. At the Brno Monastery, there are highly artistic sculptures of 11th century. An interesting example is this angel bas-relief. It seems like the angel is sitting and guarding the monastery and its surrounding area. Another interesting sculpture is the Yerek Natsor, Noravank Monastery sculpture of Jesus made in 1261. The stels and cross sculptures of Goshavank are famous by their detailed work. The bas-reliefs, decorated stels, and the cross sculptures of the monastery of Gerard are of very high artistic value and mastery. The cross sculpture of the church is different from the rest of its kind in Armenia by its gracious and expressive appearance. The bas-relief of the rock-hewn Parvis is very impressive, where two lions are depicted. Very interesting works of art are the ornamentation of the church entrance and the rock-hewn cell, as well as the decorative patterns of the Parvis. There are some stels at the facade of the monastery. There are also many interesting cross sculptures. The many cross sculptures of Noradus date back to the 10th to the 15th centuries. The 11th century cross sculpture found in the Mother Church of Echmiadzin, the Amenapurkit cross sculpture made in 1279, and other cross sculptures contribute to the national wealth of Armenia. The bas-reliefs of Mother Mary with Jesus Christ and the hunting scene of Prince Amir Hassan from 1339 at the monastery of Spitakapur are noteworthy. The animal and bird figures of 13th to 14th century bas-reliefs constitute a separate group. This is a vibrant example of the above-mentioned group, found in the courtyard of the church of Zagatskar Monastery. Another example is the sculpture of the lion found in Yerek Natsor. The masters of these great works of art are Momik, Tırtat, and Kaltsak. From the art and crafts of the Middle Ages, there are also clay and wood objects of fine art value. These vats belong to the 11th century and were excavated from the region of Devin. This clay vessel found in Ani belongs to the 13th century, as well as the bronze objects, which belong to the St. Grigor Church of Ani. The wood carvings of the column capital, made in the 9th century, found in the monastery of Sevan, is noteworthy, as well as the crucifixion scene of Havotstar Monastery and the masterful door of the 12 Apostles Church at the